All right, over the receiver radio, the drivers have been told this time out of 4, bunch it up because we're going to be green. RPMs are up. Lane Pugh drops the hammer. We're green. And it is going to be Hayden Hillgardner with the early advantage as he gets to turn 1 first before Tim McCoy. But here comes Hunter Longnecker to the inside as McCoy bobbles. Give Longnecker second. Is that going to open the door? No. Cade Richards up to the back bumper of McCoy. Not quite able to get by him, though. Meanwhile, Hillgardner has a rear bumper full of the 93 of Longnecker. Longnecker trying to go to the outside of the 5 of Hillgardner. Meanwhile, the 1 Arcade Richards to the inside of McCoy. Give Richards third. It is Hillgardner, Longnecker, Richards, McCoy, and Guthrie. Your top 5. Oh, top 3's bobbled up. Hillgardner had to check out that bottlenecked he, Longnecker, and Richards. Now Hillgardner has, the 93 of Longnecker had it for a moment, but got a little bump from the Hillgardner. That moves him back to third as Cade Richards was right there. Now Richards trying to go to work on the back of the 5 of Hillgardner. Meanwhile, the 4G of Michael Guthrie gets by the 26M of McCoy. Richards all over the back bumper like a cheap leisure suit as there's only 2 laps to go. Can Hillgardner hold off the Rookie of the Year from last year? Hillgardner bobbling ever so slightly into bottlenecking Richards. That's a help for Hillgardner, a hindrance for Richards. Now Richards is going to power up on the high side. As they come out of 4, new leader Richards. The Kid Richards taking the white flag as the leader. Hillgardner now back to second. Longnecker all over the back bumper of Hillgardner. Can he get by for second place? Tim McCoy bobbles just a little bit, able to gather it back up. But coming out of 4, it's going to be the Kid. Cade Richards wins. Hayden Hillgardner second. Hunter Longnecker third. Michael Guthrie fourth. And Tim McCoy is going to round out that top 5. What a heat race, ladies and gentlemen. So again, it is Kramer and Jones on the front row as they bring them slowly down into turn number 3. Chief starter Lane Pugh has the green flag in hand. As they come through 3 and 4, Lane's going to drop the green flag. We're racing. Buddy Ray Jones with an awesome run as he's going to bring Kyle Tanner with him. Jones leading, Kyle Tanner in second. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen, from 6th to 3rd. That is the 2T of Corey to Madden. Kendall Dworkson now rounding out the 4th. And the 57T, Tony Kramer, will be 5th. Great run for Buddy Ray Jones as he is leading the pack. Now Corey Madden trying to get underneath of the 3 of Tanner. As the sun's bright in the sky, there's a battle for the lead. Kyle Tanner to the inside. Kyle Tanner's going to get the lead as Buddy Ray Jones bobbles. That also opens the door for Madden. Madden now into second place. That'll move Buddy Ray Jones back to 3rd. Kendall Dworkson still 4th. And Tony Kramer still running out the top 5. Halfway home, 3 down, 3 to go. With Kyle Tanner still leading. Oh, the 2 of Corey Madden spins. He spins at turn 4. Went into turn 4, got a little too slideways, spun it around. And that'll be the heat race for Corey Madden, as it is a one caution and done rule in the heat races. So we will have a green, white, checkered finish. So the 2T of Corey Madden will not be scored, as he brought out the caution and is not wanting to come in, so he can finish, but he will not be scored. We're green, white, checkered finish. Beautiful start for Kyle Tanner as he gaps Buddy Ray Jones. Kendall Dworkson now trying to get it back up to the rear bumper of Jones, possibly pass for that second place spot. Behind them it is Damara and Sullivan. White flag is out for Kyle Tanner. As he comes out 2 down the backstretch, unchallenged. He's going to sail it through 3 and 4. And it is going to be all Kyle Tanner. Kyle Tanner's going to win heat race number 2 in your Keith's Motors Northern Sport Mods. Buddy Ray Jones is going to finish second. Kendall Dworkson in third. Fourth, Chris Damara. And the boogeyman, Brian Sullivan, in the 14S will round out your top 5. To his outside. Car got tore up on Wednesday night in Alta. But he's back, the 1R of Craig Reitz. Row number 2 to the inside, the 64 of Nick Hermson. And to his outside, the 92 from Arian of Jeff Stevens. Row number 3 to the inside, the 5M of Matthew Meineke. And to his outside, the 01 of Jacob Hobscheit. And in the 41, that's going to be Thor Anderson. 7 cars, 8 laps. We're green with the modifieds. Sean Berrigan with the early advantage. Craig Reitz in the second. Jacob Hobscheit now putting pressure on the 92 of Stevens. For third, Matthew Meineke, last week's feature winner, also right there. Here comes Stevens. Craig Reitz, Jeff Stevens. No love lost there between those two drivers as they're battling it out for second and third right now. But up front it is Sean Berrigan. Berrigan, Reitz, Hobscheit, Meineke, and Stevens as Stevens bobbles. Thor Anderson on the outside looking in. Now Matthew Meineke trying to get underneath of Hobscheit. That's for third and fourth. At the line, Meineke by a nose. But it is Sean Berrigan, that BMS chassis, still with the lead. The Hoffman chassis of Craig Reitz in second. Meineke now takes over third from Hobscheit. And Jeff Stevens still in fifth. Thor Anderson and Nick Hermson are going to round out your field. Halfway home, 4 down, 4 to go for Sean Berrigan. Now the battle's on for second and third as the 5M of Meineke is trying to take it to the 1R of Reitz. Meanwhile, Hobscheit also throwing his name in the hat. We got a 3-car battle for second, third, and fourth, ladies and gentlemen. It is Reitz, Meineke, and Hobscheit. Meineke is going to bobble. That is going to allow Hobscheit to take over that third place spot. Now he is going to try and do battle with the 1R of Reitz. 2 laps to go for Sean Berrigan. Berrigan, very, very smooth through the corners. Picking the same line and sticking with it. That BMS chassis on a rail tonight. We'll see what he can do in the feature. He is going to sail it down into 3 and 4. He is going to see the laundry in the air. White flag out for Sean Berrigan. Craig Reitz in second. Jacob Hobscheit third. Matthew Meineke fourth. And Jeff Stevens rounding out the top 5. Down the back straight into 3 and 4. One last time. Give it up for your heat number 1 winner. Your IMCA Modifieds presented by Pitts Chiropractic. Sean Berrigan from Sergeant Bluff, Iowa. Craig Reitz second. Jacob Hobscheit third. Matthew Meineke fourth. Jeff Stevens will round out your top 5. Your third and final row, for those of you on Advantage Racing TV that watch our broadcast from the new Raceway Park, you're going to recognize this last row as they do battle every week. On the inside from Mapleton, that is the farmer from Mapleton, Jim Teese in the 23, and making his first ever appearance here at the Shelby County Speedway. From South Sioux City, Nebraska, that is a 77, Mr. Sign Masters, R.J. Merchant. Of course, R.J. Merchant getting ready as he is going to go on the Midwest Madness Tour. Starting next week here at the Shelby County Speedway in Harlan. We're green! And it is going to be Jeff Jones with the early advantage into 1. Alex Reeds trying to get back by him, but not going to happen. It's going to be Jones, Reeds. Here comes the farmer. Super tune on the combine as he is going to plow his way into second. So it's Jones, Teese, Reeds, James, and Munson, your top 5. Jim Teese trying to track down the 19J of Jeff Jones. He is right there on the bumper of the 19J. Can't quite capitalize yet. Meanwhile, Red Munson trying to get underneath the 71 of Jeff James. That is for fourth and fifth. As they're side by side, 3 into 3. Give fourth place to Munson. Jones, Teese, Reeds, James, and Munson, your top 5 once again. R.J. Merchant on a fact-finding mission, trying to get the car figured out. He is content to stay where he is right now, get a feel for the track and how the car works on the track. Halfway home, 4 down, 4 to go in your final heat race of the night. Once again, Jeff Jones holding off Jim Teese from 5th to 2nd. He wants to get 1 place higher. Battle is still on for 4th and 5th between Munson and James. As Munson cannot clear the 71 from Stanton. Jeff James. Jeff cannot clear the 2. The 2 cannot clear the 71. Meanwhile, back up front, 2 laps to go for Jeff Jones. Jim Teese right in the tire tracks of the 19J. Stalking, trying to figure out where there's a weakness that he can exploit. Now Teese gonna try and power to the inside. Nothing shaking. White flags out, 1 to go for the 19J of Jeff Jones. Teese once again right on the rear bumper. He is a lane lower. He's coming out 2. He's at the corner. He's at his door. They're side by side into 3. Can he capitalize? Teese is sideways at the line. Jeff Jones wins. Jim Teese second. Alex Reeds third. Jeff James fourth. And Red Munson is going to round out your top 5. And it doesn't tell me the number of laps. 15 cars, I believe it is 15 laps. Your IMCA Northern Sport Mods presented by Keast Motors in Harlan as they do their parade lap. Everybody on their feet and waving here at the Shelby County Speedway. We are about to do Sport Mod Battle. Last week's feature winner, Corey Madden, deep in the field. All right, so as they come out of turn number 4, Tim McCoy, Hayden Hillgardner, they power them up. We're racing. And it's going to be Hillgardner with the early advantage down to turn number 1. McCoy in second. Battle is on for third and fourth between the Boogeyman and Buddy Ray Jones. Brian Sullivan is going to end up taking that third place spot as Buddy Ray Jones getting passed by now Hunter Longnecker and the 3 car of Kyle Tanner. Oh, little contact. Tanner and Longnecker. No harm, no foul. They're all going to settle down. It is Hayden Hillgardner leading, Tim McCoy second, Brian Sullivan third. Here comes the 93 of Longnecker. Give Longnecker third, Sullivan to fourth. And the battle is on right now between Buddy Ray Jones and Kyle Tanner for that 5th place spot. Oh, Hayden Hillgardner's got some trouble as he's got Hunter Longnecker inside. Longnecker side by side. They're leaning on each other down in turn 1. Longnecker has to back off. That is going to allow Hillgardner to retain the lead. Once again, Longnecker in second. Kyle Tanner now sitting in third. Tim McCoy fourth. Battle is still on for 5th. Buddy Ray Jones, and now here comes, ladies and gentlemen, from 14th to 5th. That is the 2 team of Corey Madden. Ow! Madden gets loose. Contact with the 1R of Kane Richards. Able to gather back up. That's good. Oh, he hit. Hillgardner bobbles. New leader, Kyle Tanner. Tanner leads. Longnecker in second. Hillgardner in third. Then it is on like Donkey Kong back there. Oh, a little bit of contact. They're all over the place, and problems for the 93 of Longnecker. Also problems, big problems for 14S of Sullivan. The boogeyman's out. Longnecker, possibly a flat right, yes, flat right rear tire on the 93. He is going to pull it down. He is just going to plain pull it in. He is done for the night. But Kyle Tanner with the advantage, walking away from the Kane Richards, who is now in second. Corey Madden in third, Hayden Hillgardner fourth. Now the battle once again is up for 4th, 5th, and 6th, as it is Hayden Hillgardner, Buddy Ray Jones, and here comes the champ, Kevin Zeitner. We're halfway home in your Keys Motors Northern Sport Mod feature. So as we start the second half of your Keys Motors IMCA Northern Sport Mod feature, it is still Kyle Tanner out to a huge advantage over the kid Cade Richards. Corey Madden in third, all over the back bumper of Richards. Kevin Zeitner now up into fourth. Buddy Ray Jones still in that 5th place spot, looking good. In that Razor chassis is Sheriff Buddy Ray. But I'll tell you, 14th to 3rd right now for Madden. Correction, make that 14th to 2nd. Corey Madden gets by the kid Kane Richards and takes over that 2nd place spot. Now with only going down to 3 laps to go, does he have enough time to catch up to your leader, the 3 of Kyle Tanner, who has 3/4 of a car, 3/4 of a straightaway, advantage right now. They're going through 3 and 4 this time in the air. He is going to see the green flag. Kyle Tanner, still your leader. Down the backstretch, smooth as silk. Tim McCoy, a little bit of a problem. He is going to pull in and call it a night. Kyle Tanner Currently leading, but he has got pressure from the two of Madden. Madden driving it in deep. White flag is out. Can Madden catch up and mount some kind of a charge to 3 and 4? As they come through 3 and 4. Not going to happen. Kyle Tanner's going to win. Corey Madden second. Cade Richards in third. Kevin Zeidner in fourth. And Buddy Ray Jones, Sheriff Woody, is going to round out your top 5. Your front row to the outside is going to be the 1AR of Alex Reitz. And as the cars make their final parade lap of the evening in front of the great crowd here at the Shelby County Speedway, your pole sitter from Sergeant Bluff, Iowa in the BMS number 88, that is Sean Berrigan. Once again, 13 cars, 18 laps the distance here at the Shelby County Speedway. Caution lights are out. Can these cars go green to checkered? We are going to find out. The other question is, who's going to park it down into Monster Graphics victory lane? We will know here in 18 short laps. Green is out, we're racing, and it's going to be Berrigan in early advantage. With the Reitzes, the dad, Craig Reitz on the inside, Alex Reitz on the outside, the son. They're battling for second and third. Meanwhile, you have Jeff Jones and the 92 of Jeff Stevens battling it out for that fourth and fifth place spots. All this happening behind Berrigan. 3 wide, a little bit further back. Last week's feature winner, Matthew Meineke, currently trying to get by Jeff Jones for that fifth place spot. Meanwhile, Jeff Stevens moving up in the world as he's trying to get by the 1R Craig Reitz for third. There is absolutely no love lost between these two as they have gotten into it with each other several times. Most recently being 2 weeks ago at the Crawford County Speedway in Denison. We'll see if they play nice. Right now it is all Sean Berrigan. Alex Reitz picking up his second ever career A feature victory 2 weeks ago in Denison. First one was here last year. He is sitting in second. His dad, Craig Reitz, is in third. Meanwhile, Matthew Meineke is now going to get by the 92 of Jeff Stevens. That'll put him up into fourth, moving Stevens back to fifth. Up front, Alex Reitz trying to the outside of Berrigan. Not, yes, new leader, Reitz. Alex Reitz, the 1AR. Had the lead for a moment. Berrigan now trying to battle back to the inside. They're side by side down the backstretch into turn number 3. Berrigan with a slight advantage. We'll see what Reitz does on the high side. Little bit better run. Reitz with the lead again. 13 to go. It is Reitz, Berrigan, Reitz, Meineke. Now the Farmers checked into the top 5. Jim Teese now takes fifth on the 92 of Jeff Stevens. Coming up from his 9th place starting spot, moving up P4. 4 positions up. Berrigan now gets back by Alex Reitz for the lead. New leader Berrigan. Berrigan and Alex Reitz putting on a clinic, trading the lead back and forth as everybody else just trying to go to the whip to catch up to them. They want to play too. Berrigan with the run through 3 and 4, but once again, Alex Reitz better forward by coming off the high line in 4. He will take the lead again as they go through 1 and 2. It's Alex Reitz, Sean Berrigan, Craig Reitz, Jim Teese, Matthew Meineke, as we are 9 down, 9 to go, halfway home, ladies and gentlemen. So as we start the second half of this feature, it is still Alex Reitz leading. Your pole sitter, the 88 is Sean Berrigan in second. Now Alex Reitz starting to gap Berrigan just a little bit. Meanwhile, the farmer from Mapleton, Jim Teese, now moves up in that third place spot. Alex Reitz's dad, Craig Reitz, into fourth. Matthew Meineke in fifth, and it's a ways back to Jeff Stevens in sixth. Jeff Jones in seventh, Jacob Hobbside eighth. Jeff James in ninth, Thor Anderson 10th. Red Munson in 11th. And RJ Merchant sitting there in 12th. Nick Hermson has called no joy, pulled the pit side, and is done for the event. But up front, Alex Reitz looking like a grizzled veteran as he once again clicks off another lap. 6 laps to go. Jim Teese trying to go to the whip, see if he can possibly catch up to Berrigan, pass Berrigan, and see what he can do about catching up to the 1R of Reitz. Thor Anderson, something going on with the 41 as he is going to be done for the evening as he pulls the pit side. Just 5 laps to go, and the battle is back on as Sean Berrigan has now caught back up to Alex Reitz. They're back to racing each other. The 23 of Jim Teese, he is sitting there in the catbird seat. If the 1AR and the 88 take each other out or something happens, Jim Teese could potentially inherit this lead. But then again, the farmer not content with inheriting it. He wants to get in the battle as he's now the inside of the 1AR of Reitz. Berrigan, the new leader. Teese now the inside of Alex Reitz. 2 laps to go. 3-way battle for the win. Berrigan, Teese, Reitz. Who is going to park it at Monster Graphics Victory Lane, ladies and gentlemen? White flag is going to be out this time for Sean Berrigan from Sergeant Bluff. But here comes the farmer on the high side. Jim Teese hanging it high, wide, and handsome. He is going to get beside Berrigan. It's a run down the backstretch. Teese with the lead. Jim Teese now leads. Berrigan trying to battle back to the inside. As they come down to the win, the farmer gets it. Jim Teese wins. Sean Berrigan second. Alex Reitz third. Craig Reitz fourth. And Matthew Meineke rounds out your top 5. If that finish, for those of you at home on Advantage Racing TV, does not get you out of your Barker loungers and get your blood pumping, check your pulse. That was awesome. From 9th place to make a last-ditch, last-lap effort in a green to checkered affair, your winner from Mapleton, Iowa, driving the Razor chassis, Teese Farms, number 23, Artworks Graphics car. That is the farmer, Jim Teese.